If you're a woman over 35 struggling to lose weight and you're just feeling frustrated that the things that you did in the past are not working anymore, I'm gonna give you 5 essential things that you need to add to your lifestyle to help you lose weight and get the results you're looking for. If you're new here, I'm Erica. I'm a registered nurse turned nutrition coach and personal trainer. And my goal is to help women over 35 age strong and live bold with workouts that not only help them see results, but build muscle so that they can age strong, as well as nutrition tips that are not only easy and realistic, but help you feel and look good. So let's get into this video. Remember that if you like today's video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I have to confess, the very first thing I need to tell you is that even though the title of this video is about weight loss, today, the very first thing I'm gonna ask you to do is give up on losing weight. Why am I saying that? Because weight does not clearly depict what you're actually looking for. What you want is to be looking in the mirror and see your body look a certain way, or you want to fit a certain way in your clothes, or you just want to feel healthy and you want to feel more energized and you want to feel strong and know that your body is healthy. The scale does not necessarily show you a clear picture of that. When you get on a scale, your weight is showing you your bones, your muscles, your fat, your inflammation, your water retention, maybe bloating, constipation, but it's not really showing you exactly which area is on that scale, okay? And so what we really need to be thinking about is not losing weight, but burning fat, maybe getting rid of excess fat, and we need to be focusing on building muscle, which is exactly why the scale is your worst enemy when it comes to that, because as you're building muscle, your body might start to look more lean and toned the way you want it, but you're gonna get on that scale and it may not tell you the number you're looking for. So today, my first recommendation, and it's not included in the 5 tips, but my first recommendation to you is get rid of the damn scale. Get it out of the bathroom. Stop weighing yourself every single day. It's what's hindering you from not only seeing results, but feeling good about your body and your progress. So get the damn scale out the bathroom. Before we get into the 5 tips, I want to talk about what could be happening in your body. If you're a woman over 35, hormones are definitely playing a role in why you're having trouble losing weight or why you've been experiencing increased weight gain. And I know it could be really disappointing and frustrating to hear. However, the 5 tips that I'm going to give you today will help you to kind of work with your body and adapt to the changes that are happening. So the very first thing that you should know is that as your hormones are changing, they might be going up or down. Your estrogen, your progesterone, your testosterone, they're changing from month to month or even from week to week, which is why maybe you're experiencing these changes. Things like brain fog, excess weight around your stomach, bloating, inflammation can all be caused by lower estrogen levels. Your metabolism is also starting to slow down because unfortunately, after 30, our muscles start to decrease. And so if you're not actively increasing your muscle, building stronger, leaner muscle, then your metabolism is going to slow down, which is why one of the tips is going to be building muscle and why I want you to be thinking about building muscle constantly as your goal rather than losing weight. Okay. And number 3, I feel like it doesn't even have to be said because I've heard it on every commercial. Cortisol levels are starting to go up. And so we're having excess weight gain. All right. So now that we've talked about all the depressing things that are happening in our body, let's talk about what we're going to do to kick butt and combat these things, because the days of the quick fixes are over. It's time to now adapt a lifestyle that is working with your changing body. So tip number 1. Tip number 1 is my favorite because in my experience with training dozens of women, the very first thing I notice is that their core is weak. Despite them already possibly working out on their own, I notice that the muscles around their core are weak. So what is your core? Your core is not only your abdomen. Your core involves all the muscles around your lower back, your hips, your pelvis. It's your glutes, it's your lower back muscles. And so think of your core as your foundation. If you think about a house can be beautiful. It can have a beautiful kitchen. It can have all the nice moldings and trimmings. But if the foundation is cracked or weak, that house is at risk. And eventually, if it's not fixed, it will come down. I want you to think about your core as your foundation. Your core is what supports you every day when you're sitting, when you're standing, when you're engaging in intercourse, when you're working out. Your core is required. And so that if you don't take the time to strengthen your core, you're not only going to make your daily activities more difficult, but you're going to put yourself at risk of hurting yourself as you're starting to get into intense workouts to lose weight. So the very first thing I want you to think about is that you need to be incorporating core exercises into your workout. You can do this as your warm-up before your more intense workouts if you're already starting to work out, or you could do this as your workout. So what exercises should you be doing to strengthen your core? My favorite is a good old glute bridge, and there's several variations on my Instagram that you can see. I love me a good bird dog or a dead bug and a good old plank. If you have diastasis recti, I would stay away from your regular prone plank, but you can absolutely do the side planks. And go ahead and comment below if you do have diastasis recti and you need more tips, okay? If you are interested in strengthening your core, down in the description, I'm going to link my core strengthening series. It's a 5-class series that you could do right here on my channel. And it's very beginner level. It starts with teaching you how to engage your abdominal muscles and progresses all the way up until standing core exercises so that you can be ready for tip number 2, which is it's time to start strength training. And what does that mean? Strength training means the day of cardio all the time is over. It's over. I'm sorry. I know. You guys don't change the channel yet. I grew up in the days of Richard Simmons and all the aerobic exercises, and trust me, I love them. I'm here for them. I love me a good Zumba class, and one of my goals for this year is actually to start running, because after my hip surgery, I haven't really ran, and it's something that I just really want to do after watching the Olympics. However, cardio is for your heart. Cardio is a good stress reliever. Cardio helps you feel good because you burn calories and you're sweating and you're like, yeah, I did something. But what cardio is not doing is helping you build muscle. Remember that I told you that today I want you to start changing your mindset to not losing weight, but building muscle. Why? Because your muscle is directly correlated with your metabolism. And since your metabolism is slowing down as you age because you're losing muscle, the way to combat that is you want to start building muscle to combat that slower metabolism. When you build stronger, leaner muscles, you're going to regulate your insulin better and your blood sugars better. And in case you didn't know, having high insulin levels is what helps you to store fat. And we don't want to be storing fat. So we want to keep our sugar and our insulin levels low, and building muscle is a great way to do that. So how are we going to do that? We're going to start lifting heavier weights. We're not going to start with 30, 40, 50 pounds today. Start where you are, but then you need to start increasing your weights. If you don't know how to do this, I highly recommend you hire a professional, hire a personal trainer, whether they come to your house, online, or you go to a gym. And just so you know, I do have guided workouts on my channel where I show you exactly how to do each exercise, and I talk to you about how to increase your weights, okay? But you do want to be increasing your weights. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. I don't want to bulk up. Well, I'm sorry, that is a myth. You're not going to bulk up. If you see women that are very big and bulky and have huge muscles, it took them years to get there. Also, it took a lot of heavy lifting consistently, as well as a high calorie diet. And so you're not going to be doing any of those things. So don't worry about getting bulky. But you should also, again, like I said, I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. You need to be thinking about building muscle. All right, so get the fear of getting bulky out of your mind, but you should be thinking about building muscle. So what exercises should you be doing? Definitely some good old squats. You can start with a seated squat where you're in a chair and standing up and then getting back into that seated chair if you have trouble with your knees, okay? You can start with some standing leg exercises. You can start with some regular good old bicep curls, but you need to start lifting weights. All right, now, if you're a woman who's busy and always on the go, my priority would be the legs. Why? Because that is your largest muscle group. And so if you can only work out 2 or 3 days a week, I would prioritize legs. And then obviously I know you want those toned arms, so make sure you get a good upper body day in there and then a full body workout. On my channel, I have a 4-day workout split, so you can go ahead and check that out and maybe try that out. Maybe make it work for your schedule so you can start building some muscle. Tip number 3 is you need to start learning to eat in a way that supports your muscle growth as well as your fat loss. So you probably already know that in order to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. What does that mean? It means that you need to be burning more calories than you're taking in. Food is calories, right? Food is energy. And whenever you're moving or sitting or talking or even just breathing, you're burning energy. So you need to be burning more energy than you're taking in. How are you going to do this? Is you're going to start balancing your plate. I want you to think about your plate as 4 quarters, okay? And so one of those quarters of your plate needs to be protein. It could be whatever protein you enjoy, but you need to be thinking about having protein at each meal. Why protein? Because protein helps to build muscle. Protein also helps improve your metabolism because your body takes more energy to break down protein. And so if you eat protein, you're literally going to burn more calories than if you eat something like a carb. Okay, so I want you to think about having protein at each meal, and it should be about 1/4 of your plate. The other 1/4 of your plate could be whatever carb you choose, preferably a low glycemic carb, because remember, in order to lose weight, we want to keep our sugar and our insulin levels down, okay? So that's going to be like a whole wheat pasta or a whole wheat bread, or you can have regular pasta, but just keep it to that smaller portion, that 1/4 of the plate. And the other half of the plate, which is your 2/4 of the plate, should be fiber. Okay, so you can choose whatever fiber choice that you like. I also like thinking about things that have fiber and protein. So like lentils have fiber and protein. Edamame has fiber and protein. And so I kind of like adding even more protein to my plate that also has fiber. Protein and fiber are going to be your 2 key things for you to burn fat and build muscle. All right, I'm going to have another video all about the balanced plate, so look out for that. Tip number 4, I feel like a hypocrite for giving you because I literally slept 3.5 hours last night preparing to create this video and then waking up to do this video before my kids wake up. So it's really hard for me to give you this tip, but it is a really important tip. And I know you know it, but you need to be reminded of it, as do I. So maybe today I'm going to work on this with you. This will be my thing that I'm going to work on, okay? Sleep. Sleep is one of your most effective tools that most of us don't use, okay? Why? Because when we're sleeping, we're allowing our bodies to regulate itself. And when we're not sleeping, we're really throwing our hormones into disarray. Your cortisol levels go up. Your hunger hormones that tell you that you're full and you're satisfied are effective, which means you're going to be hungrier. And if you're up late at night and you're hungry, you're going to be eating. And most likely you're not going to be eating a carrot or a celery stick. You're going to be going for those processed carbs because that's what your body is going to be craving. Okay. And so we need to be aiming for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And again, I feel a little hypocritical saying it because I had 3 hours of sleep last night, but I have been focusing on having at least 7 hours of sleep. I'm a person who normally would only sleep 5 hours. And so I've been focusing on 7 hours. And I will tell you that I have seen a huge difference, not only in my stomach and my hunger, but also my energy levels, obviously, and just the inflammation that I've been experiencing in my body and even in my face. Okay. And so sleep is really important. I feel like this is a perfect time to just remind you that you don't need to incorporate all 5 of these tips at once. Maybe you choose 1 or 2 of these tips to start implementing into your day, into your lifestyle, make it a habit, make it part of your life, and then move on to the next one. And so today I solemnly pledge that I'm going to try to sleep more. Maybe I'll go take a nap after this video. All right, let's get into tip number 5. If you've been following me on Instagram or you're part of my Facebook group, Erica's Girl Gang, I'll link it down below if you want to join. You already know that I've been encouraging you to do this one. That is, get moving. And that is because we are way more sedentary than we used to be in the past. And so that if you sit at your desk all day or you're constantly driving your kids around to activities, 1 hour of workout is just not going to be enough for you to burn the amount of calories that you need to burn in order to burn fat and lose weight, okay? And so you really need to get moving. Besides the whole idea of wanting to burn fat and lose weight, you need to get moving because you need to tell your body that, hey, we are still young, we still need it. We don't need to just be in this position constantly. We need to be in several different positions. We need our body to be healthy and active, and we're not done with it yet. And the only way that you're gonna do that is by continuing to move. And I get it. It's so hard for me these days to get my steps in because I went from being a registered nurse working on a really busy unit for 12 hours, 3 days a week, to now sitting at my desk constantly creating meal plans and content, as well as teaching in my full-time job where I write lesson plans and exams. And so my step count has been lower than usual as well. So here are some tips that you can do to help you increase your step count. Now, before I give you these tips, I'm gonna give you the everyday tips that you can do that work with your busy life, which is, I know you need to do laundry, so putting away your laundry more often instead of leaving it on the bed or in the basket is gonna help, right? Cleaning your kid's room will definitely get you a ton of steps. And doing your dishes right after you finish your meal can also get your step count in. But those are all boring. If you want to have fun with this, go ahead and put on some music and dance to your favorite song. Go ahead and just enjoy it, burn some calories, as well as release some endorphins. Maybe get the clothes off the treadmill. I'm sorry if you feel like I targeted you, but get the clothes off the treadmill, dust it off a little bit, and maybe put on your binge-worthy show and walk on the treadmill. It's not about speed here, so you don't need to run. You can go to a 2 or a 3 in terms of speed. And what I want you to do is slowly increase your incline so that you're working those glute muscles and those hamstrings. And you can do this for at least 30 minutes to an hour while you're watching your favorite show. Other ways that you could do this is schedule breaks in your phone so that every hour you walk around your house or you walk around your office, you take the stairs instead of the elevator, park your car further away, or just go walk through the mall or the supermarket. All right, you guys. So just a reminder, your 5 tips. First, start building your core. Second, start building muscle so that you start improving your metabolism and burning fat. Third, focus on your protein and your fiber. Your fiber is gonna help improve your gut health. It's gonna keep you regular. It's gonna help you lower your cholesterol as well as lower your blood sugar. And your protein is gonna help you build muscle, improve your metabolism, and also help you burn fat. And you need to start sleeping. We're gonna work on this together, so let me know in the comments if this is your goal or which one of the goals you chose, but I'm gonna let you know that starting today, I'm gonna be focusing on improving my sleep habits. And number 5, we're gonna start getting moving, and I'm gonna do that right now by recording our core strengthening video number 5. Just a reminder that if you're looking for workouts you can do right at home or take with you to the gym, all of my workouts are on the channel. They're free to you. They require minimal equipment, and I guide you through the workout. All right, you guys, I hope you found these tips helpful. I want to remind you that you don't need to change all 5 things at once. Go ahead and choose 1 or 2 tips to start implementing this week, and let me know in the comments which thing you're going to start working on this week. And if you like today's video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and maybe share it with a friend who also needs this information. All right, you guys, until next time, keep shining.